Hey, welcome back, folks, to Max Nave Horsemanship again today. And before we get started on today's topic, uh, if you like any of the content that I have and you want a little more of it, uh, don't bother subscribing. That's a waste of time. I know you always hear creators going, "Oh, subscribe and like my videos." Well, like them and comment. I encourage you to comment. I don't think it does any good in the algorithm because I believe YouTube's messing with things, but do it anyhow because I like to hear your comments. I want to hear what you have to say. So feel free to leave a comment. And, well, like my videos too if you want, because it lets me know that you like what I'm doing. Now, back up to don't bother subscribing. My suggestion, if you want more content, is bookmark my channel and then say once a week go back and check. That's the simplest thing to do. And because I do upload fairly regularly, about once a week. Sometimes I might skip a week. Sometimes I might upload 2 in a week. But typically I usually do 1 a week. So once a week, check back and you should find something to watch. Now, today's topic is going to be something, well, it's I've talked about it in other videos quite a few times in different ones, and I'm going to put a bunch of those parts together today and see what we can come up with here. And hopefully we'll have something for you that's going to be a little bit useful. And I think some of you are already going to get this stuff, but for those of you that don't yet, everybody watching can benefit from this because it's kind of more important even than the many methods and techniques that I've shown you, because those are good things, but I also say every time I do a demo or I show you a method or technique or something, you don't have to do it my way. You can do it however you want. And I'm just showing you what's possible. I'm not even trying to show you what I can do with a horse. I'm trying to show you what you can do with a horse and show you the possibilities. That's my goal. But that stems from a mentality, something up here that happens. And, well, it's not methods and techniques. I've mentioned this before. Methods and techniques are not what make you good. A good mentality is what makes you good. And a lot of the things are really backwards from what a lot of you have been taught, or a lot of people think. Even there's lots of pretty decent trainers out there and that really have it backwards. And I've done videos before where I talked about the difference between a horseman and a trainer. A trainer looks at the horse and says, okay, what can I get that horse to do? A horseman looks at that same horse and says, what can I do for the horse? Complete 180, the reverse things. And the same is true of your mentality when you're working with your horse. It's not even about the horse. Good horsemanship and training is largely about self-improvement. It's not about, by the way, if you see me swatting around a little, there's mosquitoes and lots of little flies that you can't even see on the camera that are driving me nuts. And they don't bite, thank goodness, but they get up your nose and in your eyes and all that stuff. Really annoying. Then there's the mosquitoes. They do bite. Anyhow, the mentality is a thing that if you improve yourself, you become a better horseman, which in turn creates a better horse. So it's not all that much about training horses as it is about improving yourself. Horse training is largely about self-improvement if you want to be really good at it. It's not about, well, what can I make that horse do? It's what can I do to make me a better person, which will in turn make me a better horseman, which will in turn make me a better horse. And this would lead into the next thing I want to talk about, is something that, if you haven't already heard this before, you probably will, is, people are looking for the horse of their dreams. And instead of trying to find or create the horse of your dreams, try becoming the human of your horse's dreams. It's, again, 180, a complete reversal. It's not what most people think of. They always want to concentrate on the horse and thinking it's all about, creating this wonderful horse or buying a wonderful horse or whatever. But no, the trick is you have to be the horse person that your horse needs. in order for that horse to reach its potential. See, if you become the human of your horse's dreams, you will end up with the horse of your dreams. That's how it's going to work. You know, there's not a downside to it. You're not compromising. You're not giving up on things. You're not going, well, okay, if I become this great human, I'm still stuck with this idiot horse. No, that's not how it works. If you become a good horse person, or a good person, which in turn is a good horse person, you will in turn end up with a good horse. See, that's how things work. And it was interesting because a number of years back, there's another guy out there, very good horseman, and he was talking one time about all of the people that will make changes for the benefit of their horse because they want to be better for their horse, and in turn they end up becoming a better spouse, a better parent, a better co-worker, a better citizen in general. And these are all the things that you need to do that are going to be byproducts that, well, if you achieve all of those things, you're going to be a better horse person too. And then you'll have a better horse because you're a better horse person. And so those are the things that we want to look at today is, you know, horse training. It's not about the horse, it's about you. And these are things that every single person watching this video can benefit from. Now, it doesn't matter what your skill level is, how many tricks that you know. If you don't have the right mentality, you're not going to excel. You're not going to do extremely well. And that's why, you know, I say horse training isn't about the horse, it's about you. It's about self-improvement, becoming a better person. Oh, and this brings up another thing that I read one time, and it was where they were talking about, and this has got a lot to do with things that we really don't understand about horses, how intuitive they are. They really got us nailed, man. They can read us like a book, and they know whether or not we are sincerely decent people. And this one thing that I read, it says you cannot be a nice guy at the barn and a jerk away from the barn, because you know that's just putting on a front for the horse, and the horse isn't that stupid. You can't fool horses. They can see right through the facade, they can read you, and they know whether or not you are sincerely a decent person. And if when you're away from the barn you're a jerk, well then guess what, you're a jerk. And when you're there, even if you act accordingly to what you should be doing for the benefit of the horse, well, the horse is going to go, you're a phony. They know it. I don't know how they know it, and nobody can explain that. Okay, so don't even ask me that question, because this is stuff that nobody in history has ever been able to figure that one out. But horses have an ability to read you, and they know whether or not you're sincere. You know, just because you're kind and gentle and smile when you're around them, well, they know better, and they know whether or not that's sincere. If it is, you got her made. If it's not real, now, horse will know, and you're going to have problems. And you're going to be thinking, well, geez, you know, I was really nice to the horse. I did well. You know, I was gentle, I was kind, I was polite, and all this stuff. But the horse knows whether or not it's real, and if it doesn't work, it's because the horse has got you figured out. It's not sincere. It's not from in here or wherever you want it to be. You know, depending on who you talk to, they say different things. And one of the greatest horsemen of all time, he says, it's got to come from in here. You got to feel inside you the compassion for that horse. It's got to be a totally sincere thing. And that can actually start up here by the thoughts you have, thinking about the potential that the horse has and how good it can be, which will turn into something that happens in here, and somehow that flows out and the horse knows it. Don't ask me how. I don't know that one. I can't answer that question. But the horse knows. So it's not about the horse. It's about you. Become a better person, and you will be a better horseman. And by being a better person, well, like I said, better parent, better spouse, better co-worker, better citizen. And there's really no downside to any of that. So if you are sincere and real about things when you're working with your horse, and you work on you, you will in turn get a better horse. Because you will realize what the horse needs and how to conduct yourself around the horse. And that will, in turn, end up with a better horse. So there you go. Hope that helps you out. And like I said, bookmark my channel and check back every once in a while and see if there's new videos and see what you've been missing, because you sure the heck can't rely on YouTube to notify you. I know for a fact that people that have been subscribed to my channel are not getting notifications. I've got a ton of subscribers, and typically that matters a little bit. Some people think it does anyhow, but it doesn't matter if they're not finding out about my videos. Then subscribing really doesn't help. And I know from personal experience that it's happened to me as well, where I've subscribed to channels where, well, I get either none of their videos notifications, or I only get some of them, and all that kind of stuff happens. Anyhow, hope this helps you out. Have a great day. Go play with your horses, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.